Welcome back, filmmakers. Nick with August Sun Productions here. One of the things that could set a filmmaker or video editor apart from all the others is their motion graphics skills. Today, I'm going to talk specifically about the Trim Paths property in After Effects. Trim Paths allows you to animate the path of shape layers. First, I'll show you how Trim Paths works, and then I'll show you how it can be used to add a bit more pizzazz to your project. Alright, let's start with a basic example. So I'm going to go to my toolbar here, click on the pen tool, or activate it with keyboard shortcut G. Now I'm going to head over to my fill and stroke properties. Now let's click on the word fill, and let's make sure it's set to none because we want it to be completely off. And now let's go over to stroke and make sure that's on. Click on the word stroke and it's on. So now we could set a color. I'll just leave it as green. And stroke width can be any number you like. Now let's head over to our composition panel. Let's click, make a point here, and make another point here. So now we have a line, so what we want to do is we want to animate it. So I'm going to expand the shape layer, and then go to Add, Trim Paths, and then expand Trim Paths. And now I'm going to activate this stopwatch. So I'm going to click on the stopwatch. So now I just set a keyframe, but I'm going to set this percentage to 100%. And I'm going to move forward in time just a bit, and then bring it down to 0%. So now what I've done is I've animated this line to go from right to left. Just like that. Now let's see what happens if I set the end keyframes to the same exact properties. So in the beginning here, at the start, we have 100%, so let's do the same for the end keyframe. And now let's align it. And now you can see the start keyframe is at 0% at the last keyframe. So I'll do the same exact thing for the end keyframe. Now let's see what that did. Nothing, and that's because when you set them to the same exact properties at the start and the end, it actually cancels each other out. So let's select these end keyframes, and I'll just shift it a bit, just offset it. And now let's see what happens. There you go. So now let's put our trim path skills to good use. So let's go up here to the ellipse tool. You could also select it with keyboard shortcut Q. And then I'm going to make sure the title is not selected here. Click away. And now I'm going to make a circle around my title. Let's do that. And now let's add trim paths. Expand that. Animate the start property and the end properties. And let's set them both to 100%. Move forward. And now I'll make them both 0. Now I'm going to zoom in here and just offset the end property so that we have our tracing line. Maybe I'll make this a bit longer. Seems a bit quick. I'll make this wider so that it lasts longer. And there we go. Now let's do something else. Let's press Command D on the shape layer to duplicate it. And now I'm going to go click S on my keyboard. And I'm going to scale this just a bit larger. And then offset it just a tiny bit. And now I'm going to do that again. Command D, duplicate. And then I'm going to offset it again and click S and make it just a smidge bigger than the previous one. And let's see what that does. Perfect. So now let's do one last duplication. So let's go here, and I'm going to go expand this, go to Content, Ellipse, Trim Paths. Now I'm going to get rid of the end properties here by simply just clicking on the stopwatch. And now, let's see what happens. Let's scale that up a bit. Perfect. So now you can see by using Trim Paths, we've created a title animation that's just a bit more dynamic. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give a like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to leave comments about what you'd like to see next. Until next time.